Why am I making this video? I want people to understand that it's okay to have parts of ourselves we don't like. It's about being curious about who we are rather than judgmental. Why are you the way you are? Let's explore. After my 28th birthday, I came to a sobering realization. My life isn't at all where I want it to be. It feels as though I've been stuck in the same place, bogged down in the mud for far too long. The truth is, there are aspects of who I am that I deeply dislike, hidden forces I wasn't even aware of, that have quietly dictated my choices, leading me to what I can only describe as a mediocre existence up until now. Thankfully, through YouTube channels like It Analyzed, Our Timeless Wisdom, and Deadly Nightshade, I've gained valuable perspective, not just on my predicament, but possibly on yours as well. That's what brings me to this presentation. I'm a big fan of quotes, so let me start with this one. The light of awareness dispels the darkness, and what once seemed like a monster reveals itself to be just a part of you that needs attention and care. Carl Jung was a renowned Swiss psychiatrist who revolutionized our understanding of the human psyche. Jung, a contemporary of Sigmund Freud, went beyond the realm of the conscious mind and explored the depths of the unconscious, introducing us to concepts like archetypes, the collective unconscious, and of course, the shadow. So, what exactly is the shadow? Imagine an attic within you where all the parts of yourself you deem unacceptable are tucked away and forgotten. This is not necessarily about evil or malicious intent, but rather about those aspects we've been conditioned to reject, suppress, or deny. Think of it as a collection of repressed emotions, fears, desires, even talents that we've deemed incompatible with who we think we should be. From childhood, we learn to hide certain parts of ourselves to gain acceptance and fit in. We are told to be polite, to behave, to suppress anger, or hide vulnerability. These societal and familial expectations, though often well-intentioned, contribute to the formation of our shadow. We create a divide between our presented self, the persona, and the hidden self, the shadow. But here's the catch. What we repress doesn't simply disappear. It festers in the shadows, gaining power and influencing our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in subtle, often destructive ways. How does the shadow manifest itself? Let's look at some examples. Fear of failure. You decline a promotion or avoid pursuing a passion project, crippled by the fear of not being good enough. This isn't just caution, it's your shadow whispering doubts rooted in past experiences, perhaps criticism from childhood that's still holding you back. Difficulty with confrontation. You postpone important conversations, telling yourself it's not the right time or that you are trying to keep the peace. But underneath, it's the shadow's fear of conflict driving the avoidance, leading to bigger problems down the line. Self-sabotaging behaviors. You have brilliant ideas but stay silent in meetings, afraid of judgment. Or you dream of starting a business but never take the first step, inventing excuses that keep you stuck. These are the shadow's machinations protecting you from perceived threats while simultaneously limiting your potential. The consequences of ignoring the shadow can be far-reaching. Stagnation, relationships that go nowhere, missed opportunities and unfulfilled goals could be signs that your shadow is calling the shots. Emotional exhaustion, repressed emotions don't simply vanish, they accumulate, leading to outbursts of anger, anxiety, even physical symptoms like headaches. Relationship problems. A pattern of suppressing needs and avoiding conflict can breed resentment and ultimately lead to breakdowns in communication and connection. Loss of autonomy. Instead of making conscious choices, you become a puppet to your shadow, driven by hidden fears, shame, and guilt. It's like driving with the handbrake on. You're putting in effort but not getting anywhere, potentially causing damage along the way. But here's the good news. You can reclaim control. The key, according to Jung, is not to eliminate the shadow, but to integrate it. Shining the light of awareness on what's hidden is the first step. Recognize your escapes. Identify patterns of avoidance in your daily life. What conversations do you put off? What situations do you shy away from? Name your emotions. Don't push away uncomfortable feelings. Observe them, acknowledge them, and give them a name. What am I feeling right now? Anger, fear, sadness? Naming it diminishes its power. Face a mini shadow daily. Take small actions that challenge your typical avoidance patterns. Speak up in a meeting. Say no when you usually say yes, or initiate that difficult conversation you've been dreading. These small steps build courage to face bigger challenges. By bringing the shadow to light, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and your motivations. You reclaim your power to choose and break free from the unconscious patterns that have been holding you back. As we wrap up, dear listeners, I invite you to reflect on this question. What aspects of yourself are you pretending don't exist? What fears, desires, or experiences are lurking in your shadow, secretly influencing your decisions? Facing them might seem daunting, even terrifying, but remember this: it's not what you face that haunts you, it's what you pretend doesn't exist. The only way is through. By integrating your shadow, you pave the way for personal wholeness, authenticity, and true freedom. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode. Share your insights in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, do more research on your own, and until next time, take care and be well.